Zohar parashat Emor, ליום ראשון. תחת זה, בשרתא דברנה שקעים לבאח להוא עלמא, יראו בידי מלא, עתיין עלי תלת שלוחים, וחמת המן מדלה יחיל ברנש למחמי כד יהו בעלמא. Come and see, when man is on his deathbed and is ready to go to the other world, there is three shiluchim, like three angels that come to him, and then he sees what man is not allowed to see when he belongs to this world. But this time it is in the other dimension. So in the other dimension he can see things that we cannot see here. And what does he see? He sees the Shekhinah, the divine presence. O Yoma Dedina ila Ahu de Malka Bae Pikuda Dile. Saka Ahu Barnage de Pigdone Ativ de Malka Kemadita Hivle Begave. Yahu Pigdona Itenaf Betinufe Gufa Mayeba le Mare Pigdona. Saka Felo Vechame de Malachamavet Kaim Kame Besife Shalifa Beyade. כעשתה בקטרין מיקום, הייתה דהוא ברנש, ולית לה לנפשה קשו בכל כבחשו דלה מן גופה. And this day, it's for this man the day of Din Elyon, of the big judgment, when the king is asking this guarantee back, his guarantee being this soul that he gave to this man. So now he wants it back. Happy is the man that is able to give back this guarantee in a clean state as he received it in the beginning. But if this guarantee has been became dirty or became damaged, how can he face the king, and how can he explain to him that he's not able to give it to him in the same state as he got it? And at this time, this man lifts up his eyes, and he sees the angel of death, which is standing on top of him, and with his sword in his hand. And he opens up his body in a way. At this moment, there's this suffering of this man, which his soul is coming out of his body. It says that this suffering is the worst suffering that can be experienced. וברנה שלמית עד דחמל שכינתה בגול סיגוע בטיבותה דשכינתה דבשה וכזה יקבל שכינתה ואתה דנבקה מן היא נפשה תבק בעד להתקבל בגופה והיה כמוה לעני מילי ואתה דנבקה נפשה מן גופה ושתהיה גופה ולה רוחה אסיר למשבק לב ולה קבורתה. At this moment, man will not die until he sees the divine presence. And only when he sees it, he is so attracted to it, and then he lets his soul comes out of his body and join the divine presence. And once the soul has come out of the body, then he is able to attach to the divine presence, as we said, and to be accepted. And once it came out, we know that a body that is without a soul, it is forbidden to leave it without burying it right away, or as soon as possible. תכתיב לתניב לתו על העץ, כי קבוע תקברנו ביום ההוא. בגין דמיתה, ישתה ו24 שעות אינו יום ולילה בלקבורתה, ידיב חושה בשפיו, did chita. So it says that, as it is written, he will not leave his body on the tree. This is talking of a man that has been hanged. It's an example in the Torah, which means as soon as somebody has died, you have to bury his body right away. And it says here that once a day and a night go by and this body has not been buried, then it brings a chulsha, which means a weakness, not only to energies that are here, but even energies that are above. ומעכב, דאבידתה דקודשה בריחו, בדיעבד דאפשר דקודשה בריחו גזה עלי בגין נמתה בגלותה אכלה מיד בהוא יומה, נפטרה לאותן לבלה, because you not delight Kabbalah Gufa, Nishmata Allah, Vala, Takavi, Kochabriku, Vilayafla, the Neve, Bigufa, Harabi, Gula, Tanyana, the Layavin, Nishmata Gufa, Hara, Adi Kabah, Kadma'a. And also is stopping God from doing what he wants to do, because it is possible that God decreed that as soon as this person will die, then his soul will be reincarnated in another body to give it the possibility of tikkun, to repair itself. But since the first body has not been buried, then the neshama, the soul, cannot go and present itself to Hashem. And since it cannot present itself to Hashem, it cannot be reincarnated into another body. So it finds itself in between two dimensions, where it's not where it's supposed to be high up, and then it's not able to be in another body to repair itself. And this is comparable to a man, which is if his wife dies, is not allowed to marry another woman before the first one is buried. Okay? And then again, like he says, you will not leave the body of this dead person on a tree. In other words, suspended between these two dimensions. דבר אחר, כד התפרשה נשמתה בין גופה וברי למזל להוא על מה לתיאור להוא על מה עדי יהבין לגופה אחר מנאורה ולבתה יכלה למעל מאליהו תנדע דאור לתארין גופין אחד דיבט התחזה לתתה לנשה ואחד דיבט התחזה לאלה בין מלאכים אלה אין קדישין ויכול מה דגופה לה התקבע שערתו לנשמתה ושאבה להוא גופה. And when the neshama comes out of the body and he wants to go to this higher dimension, right? And to come in, before it comes in, it has to receive a new body made of light, like a supernal type of body. And only then she can come in the other world. And we learned this from Eliyahu Hanavi. I had two bodies, one made of lights, so he could go to the higher worlds and be with the angels, and one, a regular body, so when he will come in this world, then he will enclose himself into this body. And we know that as long as the body has not been buried, there is suffering for the soul. Why? Because the soul now wants to have receive this body made of light, and it cannot receive it because the first body is not buried yet. Begin the Ahu Ruchad Misava Zaman La, Levaele, Ishi Vitevela Hugufa Leila Had, begin the Ruah Misava Istaka Balela, Ishtata Bela Ahad, Istaka Gufa Bela Nafshala Savale, Visaviatir. And there's a spirit of impurity that is now coming to be on this body, because we know that there's this spirit of impurity is traveling all over the world and is looking for bodies that have not been buried to come to go in those bodies, to purify them and to be in them. And since we know that this spirit of impurity is mostly during the night, that's where it goes all around. So a body that still has not been buried during the night, then it can be impurified by this spirit. That's why it is written in this parashat Emor of the Kohanim that you will not impurify yourself when in your people, because we know that the parasha speaks about when a Kohen Gadol, someone from his family, has died, who is allowed to impurify himself, like with touching this body, he is allowed and who is not allowed. So we understand by that, since they are kedushim, they are saintly, the Kohanim. So it is not possible for this spirit of impurity to be on them. That's why they had to preserve themselves from any contact of these bodies that can receive this impurity. So, no, amen.